Hello, my friends, on this terrific Tuesday. How is everybody doing today? Oh my goodness, we have got some scribbles on our screen right now. Let's get rid of this hot garbage here. Sure enough, bang! In the money on gold, regardless of the election. I mean, this is how you know you're on the right path, okay? This is how you know that you are getting an edge in the market. What's your edge in the market? You know, I mean, come on, guy. What's your edge in the market? You know, if I'm speaking to myself right now and I say, what's my edge in the market? This is something that you can tell yourself if you're not a quote-unquote profitable trader yet, okay, or you're still learning, or wherever you're at. What's my edge? I'm slowly beginning to find out, although brutally and painfully 4 years in, what my edge is, okay? What is my personal edge in the market? What gives me an advantage? My advantage in the market is that because I have brutally experienced so many trades, because I have so much experience behind me, because I've just stared at price action for so long, it just becomes clear to me at what kind of point they're looking to reverse price from. It really does. And it's not an exact science. So that's another step to it. But, you know, 3-4 weeks ago, we were talking about gold. I'm making videos here, and I'm talking about gold, and I'm saying, okay, where were we? We were around this area. You can say what you will, but that's where we were. You can go back on the videos. And I was just mentioning how, you know, personally to me, it's just not looking, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. I want to see more pain. I want to see more pain and suffering before I enter. So I was mentioning how 2,700 would be great to get up there. And what did we do? We went up to 2,700. We went up even higher. We went up to 2,790 up here. And then we get the nice down play. And now we're lower than we were when we were looking at it on our videos. So if you were short from 2,700, congratulations, you're in the money right now. Okay, this isn't saying I told you so. This is just an example of how I'm able to kind of project what's going to happen, you know, for my own personal viewing pleasure, okay? But that is, it seems crazy, man. You know, how do I know? How do you know? Well, I don't know. Price could have ripped up to 3,000 like everybody was calling for on the internet. But the more I see people calling for that 3,000 gold price on the internet, at that time, a few weeks ago, the more I realized that, well, in my experience in the past 4 years, which is a small amount of experience in the market does not give the masses what they want. All right? They're not going to give you what you want. So I just anticipated a tease maneuver and then a pullback. And what a gorgeous trade right there, you know. Being that we've already broken this low right here, as of early this morning, about an hour ago, the New York Open, 2 hours ago as of this recording, we broke that low right there. Okay, great. You just took out that money. It just took that money. So from this point, personally, I'm closing a scalp short, okay? If it's a long-term short, okay, I keep it open. But as far as the scalp short, a win's a win. You're entering around the 2,700. You just broke this low. That's a perfect take profit point. I'm closing it. I don't care. I'm taking the money. Okay. Now, if you want to zoom in and think, okay, what's happening right now? What about today? Is it going to continue down? Are we going to rip down even further? Well, look right now. I wouldn't. I would close my short right now. Why? Just on my past experience of looking at gold, okay, we did this little trick here where it dips right below a whole number. What was the whole number? 2,600. Psychological number. We just dipped below it today. What is this? 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago? So during the Euro session. During the Euro session, they dipped below 2,600. Just for not even 2 hours, they were underneath 2,600. And then they went right back above it. And then what did we do? We came up a little bit and pulled back. And now, it almost seems like it's bouncing here. You could almost consider this a support. So personally, if I'm going to open a position today, which I'm not, okay? As I've said right now, extremely light trading for me personally, due to the fact that we're still suffering from this election hoopla that happened a week ago. And January, February is going to be more heavily traded times for me personally, okay? We're almost halfway through November, so we're going to hold off for a couple months on getting anything heavy. But personally, if I'm going to say, okay, look, this is good, I think we're looking for a reversal here. Why? Because psychologically, the past 50 hours, okay, price has been going down. Okay, so what are the masses doing right now? They come to the chart, they look at gold, they say, okay, gold, wow, 27.90, I guess that was the high. Okay, gold's probably going to go back down to $1,000 an ounce, $1,300 an ounce. And they're not being patient, waiting for a pullback and a rejection. So they're entering short here, 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 here. And what do they have? They have their uncle moments, their stop losses here, here, here. First one's right here, because all these people the past few days that have been shorting gold because they're convinced it's going down. So this is easy money right here. So at the very least, provided it holds 25.89, I'm entering a long on gold, and my first take profit is right here. It's that simple. And that's a very low risk trade. This is how trading the Forex market to me, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday, this is why it's so low risk now to me as opposed to in the past. Because I'm able to identify setups that are minimum risk. Okay? This right here alone, entering now at 2,600. My take profit is 26.27. I'm not greedy. I'm not looking for price to go up to 3,000, 2,800. I'm not looking for that. I don't care. All this trade, this scalp would be based off of is that people have been shorting right here, and they are high leverage traders. They're high risk traders. They're putting a lot on the table, so they can't let price go too far against them because they'll lose too much money. So they just have their stops right here above this little consolidation area. right around here. So my simple setup is I'm entering here. I have my stop somewhere down here, 25.81, and my take profit at 26.27. It's that simple. Why is that low risk? Because you have, it's almost a 4-to-1, okay? Sure, we anticipate price to wick down and take out that 25.89 real quick, but that's not going to stop us out. We have our stop below that level, even further below. So dependent on the money on the table is going to be dependent on what price decides to do. Sure, it could collapse from here. But just on the immediate setup today, on what we're looking at, it had a nice little bounce and now a nice pullback. And provided it holds this area, we can assume that price would want to take this money. Okay? It done took a little bit of money right here. Took a little bit of money right here from the Euro session and the New York Open. So everybody during the pre-market hours and the New York Open that had their shorts open and they were opening shorts on gold, as soon as the market opened, they started losing. The market opened and took their money. So did it take enough money, or will it continue up? It's a very low risk setup, in my humble opinion. But back to what I was talking about, more on the daily chart here. We'll clean this up. We were talking a few weeks ago about how 2700 would be great to start getting in short in the 2700. And now we're in the money. But what is the drawback to that? How is that going to be executed? Well, in the past, going all in on something, say it went up to like 27.15, and I was like, okay, it's at 27.15, great. This is where I want to go short, and I had gone in really heavy. I had gone heavily in short. And then price, what did it do? It continued up to 27.90. Well, because I had gone so heavily in 27.15, which I would have done in the past, by the time I got up to 27.90, I would have been so underwater that I would have had to close the trade at a loss, to avoid liquidation or avoid losing too much of the account. And then at that moment that I would have done that, wham, it would have dropped down in my favor, like I had projected the entire time. That's why now in my trading, it's a thing of beauty, because it's so light that even when it goes up to that 27.15 level, it doesn't matter. I enter a position. It goes up even higher, 27.50, I enter another position. It goes up to 27.80, I enter another position. It goes up to 27.90, if I'm watching the chart, I might have entered another position. It doesn't matter, because I'm trading so light that I can let price go against me to kingdom come. It could go up to 2,900 and I'm still in my short. Sure, I'm upside down, but I'm trading so light that it doesn't matter, because I know at one point or another, price is going to cool off. And it happens sooner than later on gold. It happened very soon. It didn't even get to 2,800 and it started cooling off now. So you're kind of honestly, at this moment on gold, you're honestly kind of breaking this trend line, to be honest. It's kind of breaking this upwards trend line. So if you're like a tight trend line trader, You're looking at gold today and you're saying, ooh, okay, we're breaking it, you know. Okay, we're breaking the trend. So macro, zoomed out version, yes, you could very well be in for a pullback on gold on a higher time frame. This is a weekly time frame we're looking at. But when you zoom in and you look on what's going to happen the next few days on the hourly, well, right now it's giving you signs of a reversal. So personally, if I'm looking to continue with my idea on going short on gold, I'm adding positions at 2650, 2680, 2720, even 2800. There's nothing wrong with price on the weekly making a new high. We could come up here to 2800, 2860, 2900, and then pull down again. But the fact that right now, today, we've broken that trend line, it's giving you an idea of what's happening, okay? It's giving you the idea of, oh, price is looking to cool off now. Okay. Maybe I should, consider getting out of my long position, especially if you're long from these levels down here. Why are you not closing your trade right now? If you were buying down here, why in God's name are you not closing up here? Are you that greedy that you're looking for price to go to 4,000? Your greed will punish you. Be happy that you were buying in this level and it went all the way up to here. You should be ecstatic at that kind of movement. That's a beautiful move up. We've gone a little crazy with the scribbles, but you need to learn to be satisfied when price makes a good move in your favor and learn when to close in a profit. I love everybody. I appreciate the love on the comments on the video yesterday. I'm sure it was a bit of a rant. And tomorrow we'll look forward to covering some of the stocks we've been looking at. I know we've been talking about gold to death. And we will talk to everybody on the next video. See ya.